Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Watching right now PDD and very interested about this $86 level. So just to document the trade, document the journey, assuming anything happens, I want to get things just put here and also just show you how the chat room works. Key flush point 86, getting close. So what I'm looking for here, flush point meaning looking for the price to go down. And if you're new, you can actually make money when prices go down in the market. That is known as going short or shorting a stock. So that's what I'm looking at right here, a potential break of 86. Market opens up in about 8 minutes, so maybe a pre-market trade, but I really like that area on the chart quite a bit. And I think if the price can break down through there, there could be very well a nice move to the downside. Well, it's got to look like it wants to break through 86, but that's the plan right now. I should note these are live videos. This is not a post commentary. This is not some sort of voiceover. So I really don't know what's going to happen. Maybe 86 will never come into play. And I suppose you could argue, well, thanks for wasting my time. But I like it because you get to hear my raw thoughts, my raw emotions, and then you just get to see how trading is. And what do I mean by that? Well, sometimes you'll identify a level, and then a level will just never come into play. And that's just how it goes sometimes. So we'll see if 86 does come into play. But like I said, you know that I'm watching that. It's been alerted to members of my private community, and we'll see if that comes into play or not. Some other good things out there moving around, so we'll see what happens, but I'll keep you updated. All right, well, it's getting close. Going to bring over the chart here. I can't take it on this candle, though. So if it breaks right now, I'm just not going to be able to take that. I don't like it the way it's moved down so fast. And unfortunately, I can't take it on this candle either. I don't feel comfortable with that. I feel like it's maybe a bit too overextended right now. Ideally, if it can stay above on this candle and then break down through it, I like it quite a bit. But right now, unfortunately, just maybe a bit too overextended for me, which will be disappointing. But like I said, I don't want to be shorting at a spot where then it could just bounce right back up in my face. But like I said, ideally, it stays above it right now and looking like it's trying to bounce, which would be great. So yeah, in an ideal world, if I can see a bounce upwards like it's doing now and then have it roll back over, I would like that very much. So there we go. Excellent. Okay, now it's bouncing. Good. And that's why I'm glad I didn't chase, right? People that made it maybe shorted down there, they're having this just bounce right up against them now, so they're sitting in some pain. But now if it wants to work back down, this is a much different situation. Market still doesn't open up here for about 5 minutes, but I'll keep a close eye on it. All right, it's getting potentially close. So that bounce that I was talking about has now failed, or it's attempting to fail. But I want to see if it can fail just a bit more here. So got to watch it very closely because this can be a fast mover. But maybe this thing wants to bounce back upwards again, which would not be terrible at all. Get a little bit more consolidation right up above this area, which looking like it might want to do. So, all right, I will go ahead. I'm sorry and pause again, but welcome to the world of real life trading. Okay, starting to potentially move back downwards. Market opens up here in less than 3 minutes. And so talk about stalking a trade. We're almost 4 minutes in, and not even a trade has been made, but you're seeing stalk. Oh, I got to stop talking. Okay, it's potentially trying to break down there. Again, if I think it looks like 86 is going to fall, then I will hop in. But at this point, you know what? I'm just going to hold off because we have less than 2 minutes. And at this point, it's just not a little bit too much can happen right at the market open. Now, if it does, this is one of the rare circumstances where if it does look like it wants to break through 86 on that first minute, I will take it. But I'm no longer going to take it in pre-market just because who knows what's going to happen within the next basically minute and a half before the market opens. But this is going to be one of the rare circumstances where I would be willing to take the break of 86 for a scalp if it looks like it's going to break it on that first minute. So I will keep you updated. And just to get this documented, let me PDT while rare. If it looks like it wants to break 86 during first minute. I like the trade as a flush scalp. So flush scalp, again, just being price going down, a scalp being a relatively quick trade. So there we go. Everybody has the same thought process that I have, watching 86 very closely. Market opens up right now. So let's see what it wants to do. Okay, I'm in at 86. I think it wants to break down through 86. We can get that break. Should move very nicely. Ooh, right now though. Again, I'm at 86.09, anticipating the break. Big size, big size. Can it chew through? It's trying to chew through. There is the break. Can we get some more downside push? Ooh, not good. Well, greed might have bit me there. Oh, wow. Look at that bounce. Greed definitely just bit me. I had it, and look at this. Look at that. I set a scalp. I had my order right here at 75. It went below 75, and I just sat there, and all of a sudden I wanted more. So maybe a quick little lesson there, and where greed kills. But looking like it might want to, that might have been a fake bounce. Oh, wow. If that was a fake bounce, then this thing is definitely, wow. I can't believe it rolled all the way back over. All right, what am I doing, Clay? There we go. I almost, did you see the greed hop in again? I just had that thing bounce against me, wanted to let it calm down, and then it went in my favor, and I still was holding there. I was wanting more. Wow, greed. Greed is a tricky, tricky monster. It totally played me like a puppet. And look at that. Now it's bouncing back upwards. The market gave me a chance to get out, and I did get out with $170. But think about that. I all of a sudden wanted more. And yeah, do you hear the emotion in my voice? I'm so upset at myself right now. That is really bad trading. Now, I still do like this, setup here moving forward, and I'm going to get the pre-market chart out of the way, but that's just unacceptable. Wow. I need to pause here for a second. I'll keep the video rolling so you can hear my thoughts, but I don't care how good this setup looks. I do like it below 86.50 here, but I'm so excited about this video, and a stick and twist from an educational standpoint, and there 86.50 goes, and it's moving to the downside. But think about that. There is greed at its forefront. That is super embarrassing. I know better than that, but somehow the greed just I don't know, just played me like a puppet. If anything, I'm glad I realized that quick enough to get out at a $170 profit before the thing bounced back up again. But all right, let's reassess the situation. 86.35 PDT round 2, 86.35 new flush point 1 minute. Although I don't know, does this thing want to break out? It's this area up there around what is that, high of 87.50, which I just missed. I was going to say looks like an interesting break point. What is that low now? 86.80. I do like that. If this move here wants to fail, so I'm going to be watching 86.80. Get that updated. 86. Whoops. Let me get that edited here. 86.80 new flush point 1 minute. So watching 86.80 very closely. See if it wants to potentially act like it wants to get down through there. Now this is a good setup. I like this setup quite a bit. So this is not some sort of revenge trade or greed or anything like that. In fact, even more so now that it's bouncing. So if it bounces some more and then comes back down there, I like it that much better. which it's doing right now. It is bouncing. So if this thing wants to move back down, that would be fantastic. Okay, which it's trying to do. Okay, like I said, if it looks like it wants to break through 86.80, okay, it's working. And, whoops, only got 100 shares. Shoot. Only got 100 shares. Well, we'll see if it can roll down here in my favor. So again, what am I in at? 86.83 with only 100 shares. But who knows? Maybe maybe that was a good thing, as now it's bouncing back upwards. Risking right around $100 here. We'll see if it wants. I might add back to the position if it goes back down there to that 86. Yeah, I will add in another 100 shares, especially now if this bounce falls and it looks like it wants to break down through 86.50. Then I'm going to add in another 100 shares because once again that would be another failed bounce. But it needs to come back down first. What is that low? Low of 87. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to move that up to 87 now. So again, if it looks like it wants to roll back over through 87, well, at this point, looking like I might just be stopped out. All right, well, if it goes up over 88, I'm out. So that's sure, the tide sure turned around quickly there. Like I said, if it wants to pull back now to 87, I will add, which it looks like it might want to do here. And this would be a fantastic candle to see form. But again, got to see it come back down through, or at least looking like it wants to break through 87. Or maybe I'm just getting myself caught in like a chop fest here where this thing's just going to start to go back and forth, back and forth. So again, where are we at time-wise? 13 minutes already? That's all right. This is some good stuff here right now. Honestly, I might just take the loss here. I don't know what this thing is doing. You're watching it with me. It's barely budging. So, I mean, is this thing going to all of a sudden turn into some narrow range thing, or is it going to start to move again? I don't know. So I really don't know even if I want to add now. I mean, look how small that range of that candle was. I'm not quite sure what to think right now. Yes, I do. I'm out. Taking the loss. I don't care if that thing even starts moving. That range just tightened up so quickly. So, all right, well, let's see what else I can find. Watching Boyne here for a break of 169 to the downside. It's been a very historic area on the chart. So we'll see if this current little miniature bounce here wants to ultimately fail. But FSLY. All right, going down there, nearing. I don't want to take it on this candle. I want to see it creep down there a little bit slower than that. So let's see if... No, don't... Oh, it broke. Maybe it's going to now leave me behind. Oh, there it goes. Well... That's just, in hindsight, should have been more aggressive with it. Look at that thing. But got to do what you feel most comfortable with. I didn't want to take it on that candle. It is what it is, but what's Uber doing? Oh, wow, just straight up down. How is PDD? Is it still staying in that tight range? Okay, woke up. I probably would have stopped. Yeah, it went up over 88. So in hindsight, I'm glad I got out where I did and just took that loss. But now it's rolling back over. Oh, is this thing going to sucker me back in? I mean, that looks great. Right down there, 86.50. Can it break down through 86.50? What is going on with keys, though? Let's see. Oh, wow, keys just straight up dead bodies. Get that alerted. Boeing. Shoot. Well, at least, you know, alerted to members. Right there you can see Boeing 169 flush point. So members that maybe had a little bit different risk profile. Oh, look at this thing than I did. But you know what, Clay? And yes, I'm talking to myself out loud. You should be grateful anyways that the market allowed you out of that trade from this morning, because you were, you know, such a greedy savage. I mean, wow. So be grateful, Clay. It's okay you missed it. And look at, well, like I said, from a member standpoint, congratulations to anybody that took that. You are basically up 90 cents on the trade. Foot Locker, though. Yeah, in hindsight, it's easy to trade it, but I don't see how it could ever really trade it given it was a gap up. So one of those situations where everything was relatively bullish from a context standpoint. But oh, 86.50. That does look good. It does look good. Let's see what happens. In there at 86.55. Excellent. Now let's see some kind of breakdown here. It really does seem like the downwards pressure has officially showed back up. And we'll see if we can get the breakdown through 86.50 or not. If we can, it should move. A lot of buyers there, though. That's going to be the problem. So it's good that it's a stubborn level, because when stubborn levels fail, they tend to move really big. It's bad that it's a stubborn level because, well, there's no guarantee that it's actually going to fail. So it's getting down there again. Look at all that size. Lots and lots of size. It's getting smaller, though. It's trying to get eaten through. I mean, I love the 5-minute too. This thing, the potential is there. Can it actually get down through 86.50 though? Well, at this point, it is now bouncing on me here. But if it does roll back over, I'm going to add, just because, I mean, that would, again, imply a failed bounce. Failed bounces are a good thing if you're short. But let's first see if it can even fail. Again, 86.50, I will look to add 500 more. Because I think this, at this point, if it rolls back over, it's ready to break 86.50. So watching very closely, can it get down to 86.50? Well, now it's struggling to even get down to 86.50. 86.60 is holding it up. Well, that's not a good sign. Where are we at video-wise? Oh, well, 20 minutes now. That's all right. Again, 86.60 now seems to be that key level that needs to be broken. I almost am wondering if that level breaks, should I just get in then? Because at that point, maybe that's the leading indicator that 86.50 is going to fall. And I think that's what that's representing now. So if 86.60 fails, I am adding. Before even the break of 86.50, I think that's going to be the leading indicator based on this level 2 action. Assuming 86.60 actually fails, but now all of a sudden it's trying to bounce again. So let's see if it wants to work its way back down to that area. Okay, it is. And 86.60 though needs to fail. And as of now, it's holding up very stubbornly. Well, bouncing once again, kind of. A bigger bounce, but nothing that I see to freak out about. I mean, it's not like it's anything crazy. Let's see if this thing can roll back over. But maybe this thing is just slowly building higher lows on level 2s. So for example, if 86.70s all of a sudden have a very difficult time, well, even 86.80 now, it seems as though, is that the new base here? I mean, I really do like this 5-minute time frame here. We're watching the 1 minute over here, but the 5 minute looks great too. It's really just a question of, does this thing have enough bearishness to push back down? But 86.80 here, very curious about this though. I am getting worried. If 86.80 continues to hold, I might just have to wave the white flag, because that's just a symbol that, you know, let's see if it can push back down though. Even now, it seems like 86.90s. Well, now it's starting to, let's see, maybe I had my chance. This might be a painful loss then, which probably serves me right. Within the grand scheme of things, the market is looking like it might be getting ready to serve me justice here. But again, there's nothing really major that would make me want to stop out quite yet. Again, 86.80 is that level that I'm very curious about now. See, it got down in there and once again could not quite push through it. Look at all this at 86.90 now. I'm definitely being patient though. I'm not going to be able to fault myself for that. I am giving this thing plenty of opportunity to try to work in my favor. It's really just a question of, does it want to work in my favor though? And 86.90 now has me very worried. That seems like it's the new 86.80. But let's see, can the price push down through it? Well, I think if the price can break through 86.90, then it's got a chance to get down there at 86.80 again. Or 86.60, that is. But 90 is definitely the new key stubborn level. All right, there's the break. Like I said, now I think there's a great chance that this thing can get down, but then it just stopped. There we go. All right. There's 80. 80 was another annoying level. All right, there we go. Oh, I missed. All right, I have 846 shares. Let's see if we can now finally get the break of 86.50. Come on. You've come all the way back down. It's time to break now. or else this thing just suckered me right in. I mean, come on. Give me that break. It just does not want to budge. And 85.60 once again being the annoying level. Well, we'll see. Can it get down to 86.50? Big size. There's the break. Okay, I think we're in business now. Still have 300 shares left. Let's see if we can get this down to 86. I'm not being greedy here because I just got a big momentum break, so it should continue on down. Although I don't like how it's stalling at 86.10, but like I said, I don't feel greedy at all. I'm letting the thing work for me. Took out another 100. And try to take out another 100. And let's see, let me do this. 46 just so we can keep the numbers nice and round. So have 100 shares officially left now. Let's see if we can get a push down to 86 and below there. If it goes up over 87, I will be out. So technically speaking, I could still lose money on these last 100 shares. I mean, it's still going to be a green trade. Don't get me wrong. But I want to let this, see if this thing, I've waited long enough. So let's see if this thing wants to move more in my favor. I mean, I think it's got a great chance of getting down through 86. Might need a little pause here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, calm down now. Look at that. Big size again. Back this thing that might be it. That was, look at that massive size that just showed up. Look at that. And on level 2s there, 81.50. So that might be all she wrote on this one. Where are we at time-wise? Almost 30 minutes. That's all right. Hey, if you're watching this, then bless your heart, but this is like I said, not a voiceover, not post commentary. Look at all that size. Big buyer in there all of a sudden at 86.50. They're back. Blake said, I don't really, I mean, I care, but I don't care because it's 100 shares, so I could lose. I mean, where did I end up getting in? I mean, I'm still risking, yeah, right around $40-ish, give or take. Look at this size. There we go. All right, now I think we got a chance to get down through 86. I mean, that was just a massive buyer wiped away. So let's see this thing finally get down to 86 and beyond, or below. This has got to be one of the more irritating stocks. I don't know, I'm wondering if I should just pull out another 50 here because this thing, I've given it plenty of time to actually break down and get continuation, but it's just, so just bounce it around here. I don't want to be, like I said, I was patient enough to get the break in my favor. So, hey, why not just have a little bit more patience? Maybe if I sweet talk it, come on, PDT, you know you want to get through 86. Come on, just do it. Just break down. The water's fine. The water is fantastic below 86. Nope, sweet talking doesn't seem to be working either, so never mind on that. This is a bizarre stock. It moves and then gets in tight ranges. Moves and then gets in tight ranges. Come on, 86. Just get it. There's probably going to be so many buyers at 86, though. Yep, and there are. But let's see if it can chew down through it. There we go. There we go. Disappearing, disappearing. Disappearing a little bit more. Reloading. There's the break. And there we go. A little bit more. Excellent. Okay. Got that move. Still have 50 shares left. So at this point, it will be, if I lose on those last 50 shares, it would be very, very, very minimal. What are the lows? 85.61. Let's see. Oh, not 500. Not 500. All right. 86.65. If this goes up over 86.50, I'll be out. Mental stop loss here. But that might have been just one of those fake bounces, which this thing is relatively known for. See, where am I? I'm up over 400 bucks right now. Uh-oh. Oh no. Did I just lose connection? That's not good. I did. Connection. All right. Well, let's do this together then. I just lost connection, and you can see this by the gray order. So light speed, not a good representation on your part. All right, so let me shut down, and hopefully I can get back in. Exit. All right, I'll be back in just a second. All right, I am back. Let's see, where am I at? I have 50 shares, and I was hoping to get out there. So I just want to get out now because that's got me. All right, I am out. So that was not good from Lightspeed's perspective. That's always a little scary when you try to get out, and usually Lightspeed is not like that at all. So I don't want to make it seem like that happens every other day, like, you know, Thinkorswim. But it definitely happened there. But there we are. It is 9:59. So 30 minutes in, and this is over a 30-minute video. So you basically saw my entire morning from start to finish, and a big part of that was just being patient and waiting for the breakdown that I thought would come, and it did finally come. The one part that I'm a little upset about was that when I tried to add, I did not get full size. So technically speaking, this win should have been a little bit bigger had I gotten full size, but shoulda, coulda, woulda in hindsight. I didn't press the buttons fast enough, so I only got a partial fill. But I'll take it. $397 in 30 minutes on a Friday. I'm more than happy with that. I'm not a greedy savage. I'll take it, especially when I was a greedy savage this morning and the market was polite enough to actually bail me out there. I'll probably do a whole separate video on that just because that clip in and of itself is just pure gold in terms of how greed appears, within, the world of trading. So, but that's all I got. I should note though that real quick, I know people will ask, so let me be proactive about it. If you are interested in joining the community that you saw the alerts of, so you saw some great alerts with both PDD, and then you saw that one on Boeing that I missed. But if you're interested, just go to claytrader.com/team. It's $99, not per month, but per 3 months, which breaks down to $8.25 per week. So really the question just becomes, if I invest in $99, do I believe I can get at least $8.25 per week of value? If you think, yeah, I think I can get at least $8.25 per week of value, then you'll get a great return on your investment. So that's how that plays out. And then also there's a mobile app, so it's not like you have to change your computer or anything like that. But that's how the community works. You saw it play out in real time. And if you're interested, like I said, claytrader.com/team. If you enjoyed this live trade video and you like just to see the raw emotions and you want me to keep making videos like this, the very time efficient way to communicate that to me, just hit the like button. Comments, questions, suggestions, please leave those down below. And then also check out the channel as a whole. There's lots of other live trade videos, several different types of videos. In fact, like I said, I'm going to be taking the clip from this one to use in another video. But hopefully you decide to ultimately subscribe to the channel. Would love to have you as a subscriber. So thanks for hanging out with me on basically my entire 30-minute Friday. So I'll take it. Friday, $397, 30 minutes. I think I'm going to start my weekend early. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.